Hey, comic fan! So my friend Stranger recommended that I read The Terrifics because it has Bizarro Superman in it. And as we all know, Bizarro Superman is the worst. I hate him, and nobody should read any of the comics that he's ever been in because he is so terrible. Mr. Terrific is one of my favorite comic book characters of all time, but if you've only seen him on the CW show, you're missing out. That's a totally different man, like a whole different guy, like that's a homonym. Mr. Terrific in the comics is a multidisciplinary genius and a tech billionaire who is commonly referred to as the third smartest man in the world. He's also an Olympic athlete. He's the character in fiction that I most identify with because he is a multi-potentialite. And more importantly, because he's kind. Instead of thinking he's better than everyone else, he believes in fair play, which he has tattooed on his arm. He wants to spread knowledge for the betterment of humanity, unlike some supervillains who purport to do that, but do not in practice. So Mr. Terrific has these little floating spheres, he calls them T-spheres, and they are basically tiny little AI machines that help him with tasks and do whatever he says. So there I was, reading the Terrifics, minding my own business when this happened! So the Infinity Sphere has the ability to detect and affect change in the multiverse. Essentially, Choose Your Own Adventure mode gets activated and it gives you these options of where to go next in the plot. It's just like reading a Give Yourself Goosebumps, which I really loved when I was a kid. So for example, if I go to page 5 in the comic, and yes, you absolutely can die in this comic. But yeah, so there's a consistent plot throughout, and the fact that the T-spheres can detect the multiverse is actually relevant to the plot. It's legitimately important. This was one of the most unique experiences I've ever had reading a comic book, and just the fact that he created an Infinity Sphere, I think should bump him up that list of smartest people. This was just really cool, and I thought that people should know about it. Bye!